The 2022 Mercedes-AMG S 63e. The 2022 Mercedes-AMG S 63e is an upcoming, high-performance version of the company's full-size sedan. Just like its predecessor, the AMG S 63, the 2022 AMG S 63e will be heavily based on the regular model. However, the new high-performance sedan will feature a hybrid drivetrain instead of an all-gasoline powertrain. So not only it will be more powerful, but it will also return better fuel economy and will boast some sort of all-electric range. Let's find out more about that in the speculative review below. Exterior. Mercedes-Benz unveiled the W223 Generation S-Class in 2020, and the regular model is enough to get an idea about the AMG's exterior design. Just like in the past, the AMG version won't look very different, with only some small details setting it apart from the standard sedan. What's more, the current S-Class is actually very similar to the old model. Up front, the AMG will sport a new that's wider and features a thinner chrome frame. The spy shots suggest that the regular S-Class grille with horizontal blades will be replaced by a sportier unit with both horizontal and vertical slats and a big Mercedes star in the center. This grille looks a lot like the Panamericana element offered on smaller AMG models, which is great news. The grille will be flanked by thinner and longer headlamps that extend from the upper corners of the radiator all the way into the front fenders. The front bumper will retain the traditional A-shaped vent layout, but the AMG model will probably ditch the winglets in the side vents. It could also feature different trim, even though Mercedes-Benz likes to stick to chrome on AMG models as well. The AMG badge won't alter the standard sedan's clean profile. Fortunately, the arched beltline and somewhat muscular wheel arches, both inspired by the CLS, will prevent it from looking too mild. Don't look for sportier side skirts, but the AMG S 63e will ride lower than usual and will be fitted with lighter, multi-spoke wheels. Spy shots show that the rear fascia of the AMG model will be identical to the standard S-Class save for the quad exhaust layout. Instead of one rectangular outlet on each side, the AMG will feature two pairs of square pipes, a traditional look for AMG variants. Everything else will remain the same, including the new taillights in a two-piece design and a smaller license plate recess that mimics the shape of the front grille. Interior. We don't have spy shots of the interior yet, but the cabin isn't much of a mystery. Like its predecessor, the AMG model will be a regular S-Class with some extra features. The W222 generation was fully modernized, so the AMG S 63e will feature the same clean dashboard and button-free center stack that incorporates a massive, tablet-like screen. The round AC vents at the corners of the dash were replaced by thin, vertical outlets with a more stylish look, while the vents in the center stack were moved atop the dashboard. The 12.8-inch screen below will provide access to the second-generation MBUX infotainment system. The already capable system has been upgraded to make the S-Class more digital and intelligent. There's better augmented reality content and a new active distance assist that displays images at a distance of 32 feet in front of the steering wheel. The instrument cluster is also fully digital thanks to a freestanding display that measures 12.3 inches. While not necessarily larger than the previous unit, it now incorporates state-of-the-art tech, including face recognition, biometric authentication, drowsiness detection, and monitoring of the head and eyelids. It can also be upgraded with two integrated cameras that scan the eyes and adapt the image to the way you move in the seat. The display is customizable through a host of different modes, but the AMG model will probably get an additional Sport Plus version that focuses on performance. It will also feature an AMG steering wheel wrapped in Alcantara and fitted with bespoke controls, as well as different trim on the dashboard. The regular S-Class comes with new front seats that are highly adjustable thanks to 19 motors for movement in all directions, but they're also equipped with 10 massage functions. The AMG will feature a pair of sports seats instead, so it remains to be seen if these will be as adjustable and comfortable. In the back, you should be able to choose between two individual seats or the more traditional bench option. The rear section will also be connected to the car's advanced infotainment system. The AMG S63E will come standard with a 12.8-inch central display, plus a pair of optional 11.6-inch screens, one for each seat. Additionally, you will be able to add a 7-inch MBUX rear tablet with USB charging, WLAN, and Bluetooth capability. Drivetrain. This is where the AMG S63E will be notably different than its predecessor. While the old model featured a twin-turbo, 4.0-liter V8 engine, the new S63E will pair the V8 with an electric motor. Specifics are still under wraps, but we already know that the 4.0-liter V8 is quite capable. In the new generation S-Class, the V8 cranks out 496 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque in the S580 trim. AMG has the option to squeeze more oomph from that mill, but the extra power will come from the electric motor. Word has it the S63E will crank out nearly 700 horsepower combined. This will be a notable increase over the old, non-hybrid AMG S63, rated at 603 horsepower and 664 pound-feet of torque. It will also deliver more than the current S580e, which pairs a 3.0-liter V6 good for 362 horsepower and an electric motor that generates 121 horses. The motor in this model, likely to be used in the AMG S63e as well, delivers 121 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. This means that the combined torque figure of the AMG model could exceed 800 pound-feet. The hybrid AMG should become the quickest model in the range. Given the output and the electric air, it should be notably quicker than its predecessor. The old AMG S63 hits 60 miles per hour in 3.4 seconds, so the hybrid could do it in 3.2 clicks. Top speed, on the other hand, should remain identical at 155 miles per hour. The AMG model will ride on the same suspension as the regular S-Class, so it will features the fully active e-active body control suspension and the airmatic air suspension as standard. Of course, every single component will be optimized for spirited driving, so the AMG model will become stiffer and more agile in certain settings. It will also feature rear axle steering, a 4-link layout in the front and a multi-link independent suspension in the rear. There isn't much info on the upcoming AMG sedan's electric motor and battery, but since it should be similar to the S580e, it should return about the same range. Expect the big sedan to run for around 62 miles on battery power alone, but this figure might change following EPA testing. How much will the 2022 Mercedes-AMG S63e cost? Pricing information is obviously not available at the moment, but the AMG S63e should be a little more expensive than the outgoing AMG S63. The latter starts from $151,600, so the upcoming AMG hybrid could come in at almost $160,000 before options. The AMG S63e will break cover sometime in the first half of 2021 and will arrive in U.S. showrooms as a 2022 model year car. Will the 2022 Mercedes-AMG S63e have any competition on the market? No, the electrified AMG won't have competition too soon. While both BMW and Audi build electric versions of their range-topping sedans, they're not as powerful as the upcoming Merc. BMW's Hybrid 7 Series is called the 745e Performance and packs a twin-turbo inline and two electric motors that generate a combined 388 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque. Its electric range is also much smaller at around 14 miles on the EPA cycle. Audi, on the other hand, offers a 60 TFSIe version of the A8. The gas V6 and the electric motor generate less than 500 horsepower combined. Both these sedans are good enough for the S580e, but they're no match for the upcoming AMG S63e. On the other hand, these German hybrids are also notably more affordable. The BMW 745e Performance starts from $95,900, while the Audi A8 60 TFSIe is available with an identical sticker. Conclusion. Some die-hard enthusiasts might not agree with Mercedes' decision to turn the AMG prepped S-Class into a hybrid, but it's the change the German firm needs to make in order to evolve. Selling hybrid version of less models is no longer an option. As electric motor and battery technology evolves, automakers and drivers need to embrace the idea that the future of performance cars is tied to electrification. By putting an electric motor into the AMG S63, Mercedes is actually moving ahead of the competition, with both BMW and Audi still keeping their M and S, RS models on gasoline power. But there's even bigger news to embrace. The S63E will be followed by an S73E model with even more power and torque and probably even better range. Love it, the most powerful S-Class yet decent all-electric range, state-of-the-art technology, no competition. Leave it still a few months away, a bit too expensive.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.